Okay, so in this video, we're going to use some of the basic stuff you learned in Corel Draw, including introducing a few new topics and how to use some of these tools in order to make a very simple briefcase. Alright, so new thing, I'm going to show you how to bring up the grid. Now, you go up here and you just click on this little eye thing, and then eventually a grid will come up. Now this grid is very useful because you can when you're drawing stuff, it can snap to it. And it makes precision drawings really easy to do. Now, in order to actually snap to the grid, as you can see, it's not snapping right now. You gotta enable it. Right now, I have it disabled. So you gotta go here, snap to, and then you press Document Grid. The Document Grid is what you're seeing right now. So as you can see, you get the stuff is actually sticking to the grid now. So first off, we're gonna make a briefcase. Very simple, right? Very similar to our business club briefcase logo that we have here, except a lot more simple. So we're going to go on over here, our tab, and we're going to make a rectangle, like so. Now you can adjust the width and the height of this rectangle up here. Now this is represented in inches. So right now it's 6.25 inches wide and 3.25 inches tall. We're just going to leave it at that. Next up, let's see. We're gonna add in a little handle. Now we're just gonna do another rectangle for the handle, something like that. We're gonna use the line tool. Gonna bring it over here. Well, that didn't come out good, so I'm gonna do Control Z to undo that. We're not aiming for perfection here, so we're just gonna do it like this, like that. And then something like that. Again, we're not trying to make it look perfect. And then we'll do that, that. This is just one way you could use the stuff you learned to, apply it to an actual drawing. However, the display on this monitor here isn't very good, so you can't see the grid very well. But maybe at home with a better computer and a better monitor, you can use Corel Draw more effectively. Next up, I'm going to show you how to use the outline tool, or not the outline tool, the fill tool. The interactive fill tool, or the smart fill tool. The smart fill tool. My bad. So it's over here. You just click on it, and it gives you these little crosshairs, right? All you need to do is just click inside the shape that you want to fill, and then you can adjust the color of the fill here. So we're going to use a gradient or a fountain fill here. You can just kind of adjust it here, and then it will kind of adjust where the fountain, or where how it looks like on your drawing. So we're gonna give it a brown, because briefcases are brown or black. I'll just do that. Give it that little thing. Maybe we'll do something like this, just to give it that light brown texture. Or actually, I've got a better idea. Instead of white, we're just going to make this a lighter brown. Change it to this. And then, that kind of gives it a texture, as you can see. It'll make it look a bit better. And then, we'll fill this over here. We'll make that. And we're going to give it a different texture. There's a whole bunch of different types of fills here. For example, you got vector pattern fills, which gives you these crazy fills. And you got the bitmap stuff, which again gives you other crazy stuffs. And then you got two color pattern fills as well, which you can change the shapes around here. We're gonna give it some from here. Never mind, because you need an internet connection for that. We'll just give it this. Now, one more thing is something you can do with your drawing is you can remove the outlines. Now, you can see that all the color is kind of like, it has this outline, right? An outline of black. You can change that. You can make that larger, or you can make that smaller. Now to do that, you just go over here to your object properties. You click on this little pen out here, outline, and then you select your drawing or just a part you want to change the outline of. And in this case, we're gonna remove it. And then you see it gives it this nicer look. So all it is just color. It's not. It doesn't have any outline anymore. You can also give it an outline, or make the outline larger. Like this. You can make it thicker. Whatever works for you. Doesn't matter. You can also change the color of the outline here. Now if you're trying to laser etch something, it's you always want the outline to be red, and you want it to be a hairline as well. But we're not laser etching this. we're just gonna give it a nice outline, just so it can look a bit nice, right? That doesn't look nice, but it doesn't matter. It's just a practice thing. All right, and that's how you apply some of the stuff you've learned. I don't know. This is one way you can use some of the stuff to like make a drawing, right? And if you want to like move around your drawing here, you can just click on the mouse wheel, and then like it'll give you the ability to move around here. You know, mess around like that. You can also use these bars here to navigate your workspace as well. Now, another thing, I'm gonna teach you how to convert this to a JPEG, to a PDF, or whatever you want to convert it to. So, in order to convert it, you go over here, where it says Export. Now, you're gonna want to title it. We're gonna title this Bad Briefcase, because that's what it is. It's a very poorly drawn briefcase. And then we're going to put it on our desktop. And then here, where it says Save As Type, you can convert it to a whole bunch of different types of things. Heck, you even got SVG here. We're going to convert it to SVG. Do export. Let's see, non-RGB colors. Oh, that should be fine. Alright, then you press OK. And then you have an SVG version of your drawing. Bad Briefcase on your desktop. It's right here. Now you can convert it to a whole bunch of other things like I showed you, but I don't know. I just converted to SVG this time. You can convert to PDF, JPEG. There's a whole bunch of different stuff. Whatever the situation needs, you can convert it to. Pause. So now we're gonna organize our drawing with the layers. So we're just gonna click on the plus little thing here. And you can see all these different things we've done with our drawing. So we're going to dedicate one layer specifically to the color fills. So we're just going to call it filling. Filling, like that. And then we're going to add in our color. This is one filling. We're going to add in the brown just like that. And then we'll add in the other texture here just like that. And then just cause, we'll dedicate a layer for the body of the briefcase. We're just gonna call it body briefcase, and the body is the rectangle, this part. So we're just gonna put that there, and then this one here, we'll just dedicate that to the handle. Briefcase handle. Now one more thing, every good logo probably has the name of the company or whatever it's representing. So we're gonna add in some text. We're gonna dedicate this layer 2, to the text that we're going to add on. So we're gonna name it text. And then we're gonna click on it so that whatever we draw, whatever we make is going to be done in that layer. So right now we have it selected, and we're gonna make the text. We're gonna do it here in the center. We're gonna call this Business Club Premium logo. Yeah, premium. Because it's that makes it extra premium. And then we're just gonna drag it over here from the center, and we're gonna put it right there at the center. Now, the reason why you can't see the text is because this layer is below the filling of the briefcase. So think about it like this. Right now, the filling is on top of the text. So that's why you can't see it. If you remove the filling, you'll see the text is still there. Now, in order to get rid of this simple problem, all you need to do is move the text above the filling, just like that. Let's see, we're gonna do that. We'll put it above, all the way up here. And then bam, it's right up there. And we're gonna change it to a more desirable font by selecting it all, going over here to object properties. And let's see, we're just gonna pick maybe this one. And then we'll make it a bit bigger.
And you're gonna do that so I can my butt cheeks.
And then we're gonna move it over here. Press enter. And then we're gonna change the orientation so that it's more centered. And then we're gonna move it again. Let's see. Okay, so let's see there. Bam. There you go. Now, we're going to mess around a bit more with the object manager. Now we're going to add in the business club's actual logo onto this really bad logo. Alright, so now we're going to rename this layer here, and we're going to dedicate it just to the business club's logo. And then we're going to select it, and then we're going to press cut, and then we're going to just bring it in. I've already copied the logo, so I'm just pasting it in, and then you can just drag it in. Doesn't matter where. And again, the business club logo is behind the filling, so you just want to make sure that the filling is below the logo, or that the logo at least is above the filling. Then we'll do that, and then bam, you have your new very horribly designed logo. So one more thing, let's say you want to print this, right? Now this applies for laser etching as well. You can choose to exclude anything inside a layer from a print or an etch. And to do that, all you need to do is just click here where it says enable or disable printing and exporting. So right now I just clicked on the business club logo, and I just clicked on the little thingy here. And now this logo, the printing logo, has a circle with a cross on it. What that means is if I were to print this on a piece of paper, then the business club logo wouldn't appear because it's on the business club logo layer here, and I've disabled printing. Now you can do the same with anything else, and right now I've done everything except for the body of the briefcase, which is literally just a rectangle. So if I were to print it, all that would show up is this, because that's the only thing I have enabled right now. And you can choose to enable or disable the views of anything by clicking again on the eye, and then that removes the thing from the drawing. Well, it just makes it invisible. Like, it doesn't necessarily remove it, it's just you can't see it anymore once you click on that. And yes, that's that. So the thing with this, with the enable or disable printing or exporting tool, it can be very useful when you're laser etching. Because say you're doing a mass production of I don't know, like keychains or whatever, key emblems, and you got a whole bunch of them laid out. Like you got rows of 4, and you got like 8 rows of that. And say you want to just etch one row at a time, then what you can do is you can just put those in. You can put all the like one row of 4 in one of these layers, and then you can just like exclude that, right? Just disable everything except for that one row, and then that's one way you could use this tool effectively. So those are the very basics of Corel Draw and creating logos and stuff using Corel Draw, and yeah, that's basically it.